The highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu signs executive order to enhance healthcare delivery. Federal Road Safety Corps expresses concern over reckless driving habits of some drivers. On the foreign scene, Thai's court dismisses Prime Minister Strata Savisini for violating the constitution. In sports, stakeholders in Sports 6 forensic probe into a team Nigeria's performance at the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has signed a comprehensive health insurance executive order. Speaking at a press briefing, Commissioner for Health Akin Abayomi explained that the executive order signed by Governor Sanwo-Olu outlines several critical components aimed at revolutionizing healthcare delivery in Lagos State. Abayomi said it also aims to transform the healthcare system through an innovative partnership between the Ministry of Health, Lagos State Health Management Agency, and the private sector. He added that the initiative is set to significantly improve the healthcare outcomes for Lagos State residents by establishing a structured, regulated, equitable, and sustainable health insurance scheme that is inclusive of all Lagosians. Lagos State government, through the Lagos State Task Force, have cried out simultaneously operations against motorcycle operators, but popularly known as Okada, who have carried on with the operations across various parts of the metropolis. Chairman of the agency, Adetayo Akirele, made it known that most of these operators were under the impression that it would be business as usual, where the agency would carry out a single operation to discourage them. Akirele said the operation, which lasted about 6 hours, was carried out under the instruction and directive of the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Adegoke Fayoade, and it took place at Badagry Expressway, Mile 2, Second Rainbow Bus Stop, V Niger Bus Stop, among others, where Okada operators had carried on with their activities illegally. He reiterated the commitment of the state government in upholding the road transport sector reform laws of 2018, where it is clearly stated that Okada operations are prohibited on all highways in the state. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, says the Nigeria Police has apprehended vandals in a blue pickup van loaded with tar members and cables. General Manager of Public Affairs at TCN, Ndidi Mba, said the items were allegedly stolen from transmission towers along the Damboa-Maiduguri 132 kilovolt line on August 7. Mbat said the vandals are currently in custody at the Damboa police station, noting that they will be transferred to police headquarters in Maiduguri. He said it is crucial that everyone works together to curb the increasing attempt by vandals to damage transmission lines and cables, while also ensuring that stolen items are not sold in the markets. Now to the rest of the stories. The Federal Road Safety Corps has expressed concern over the reckless driving habit of some drivers on Nigerian roads. Corps Marshal of Federal Road Safety Corps, Shehu Mohammed, sympathized with the families of victims of the fatal crashes that occurred on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Mohammed said the fatal crashes occurred at Ajao, opposite a fuel station, on the Ojo-Iwo Road, as well as that of Malu, both on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. He describes the accident as devastating and avoidable, stressing that drivers must imbibe safe road use attributes and discard any temptation to contravene established road traffic regulations. The Minister of Education, Tahir Maman, has announced that over 11,000 out-of-school children in the Federal Capital Territory will be enrolled in schools by September 2024. Speaking in Abuja while taking a tour of the FCT Smart School in Kashi alongside the Minister of State for Education, Tanko Sununu, The minister reiterated the government's commitment to tackling the out-of-school children menace. Mammon stressed the plan by the government to establish one smart school in each state of the Federation. It will be recalled that the National Commission for Almajiri and Out-of-School Children Education, in partnership with Commissioners of Education on some parts of state, had earlier pledged to visit the 6 area councils in the nation's capital to identify and enroll not less than 10,000 out-of-school children before September. In foreign news, the Thai court has dismissed Prime Minister Sretha Thavisin for appointing to his cabinet a former lawyer who was once jailed. The Constitutional Court ruled that Sretha had violated the rules on ethics with the display of defiant behavior. The 67-year-old Sretha, who has been in power for less than a year, is the third Prime Minister in 16 years to be removed by the same court. He will be replaced by an interim leader until Thailand's parliament convenes to elect a new Prime Minister. In sport now, some sports stakeholders in the country have called for a forensic probe into the poor performance of Team Nigeria at the just concluded Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Nigeria's pillar of sport, Donatus Agu Ejidike, said Nigeria's athletes returned home without a single medal for the 8th time in the country's Olympic history as Team Nigeria concluded its Paris 2024 Olympic campaign. Agu Ejidike said the 2024 Paris Olympic Games was a replication of the 1952 Helsinki, 1956 Melbourne, 1960 Rome, 1968 Mexico, 1980 Moscow, 1988 Seoul, and the London 2012 Games. He lamented the lack of a podium finish for any of the registered athletes in their event. According to him, there is a need for a thorough investigation into everything that transpired at the Games, right from the inception to the end. And that's it on the news at noon. But just before we go, slow down at road junctions, intersections, and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all of our social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and the programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration initiated 500 hectares rice farm technology intervention project? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has signed a comprehensive health insurance executive order. The Federal Road Safety Corps has expressed concern over the reckless driving habit of some drivers on Nigerian roads. We also told you that a Thai court has dismissed Prime Minister Sretha Thavisin for appointing to his cabinet a former lawyer who was once jailed. And finally, in sports, some sports stakeholders in the country have called for a forensic probe into poor performance of Team Nigeria at the just concluded Paris 2024 Olympic Games. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Up next is Lunchtime Walker with the MCIs and Timmy Boma Peterson.